Karma Brand Station.
Teams like the Browns, the Packers, they have no right playing in a dome. And the fact that the Browns are getting an indoor stadium, it sets me off.
Obviously.
It does?
That's right. It's time we once again get fired up and kick off the Damn Sports Show, presented by Real Sports Cards in Waupun. A show that's as honest and self-aware as their hosts, Wally Lukachinsky.
I eat and drink a lot, so I shouldn't do that as often.
And Charlie Dern.
Hey, I've never claimed to be good at math. Never claimed to be good at numbers.
And of course, we can count on Ashley to keep him in check. She just might be the biggest Taylor Swift fan at the station.
It's champagne problems.
They are champagne
Shout
problems.
out Taylor Swift.
Oh, give me a break.
It's hard to tell. They cover everything: Titletown, pro, college, and high school sports around South Central Wisconsin. Even if it's the Wisconsin Badgers, for better or worse.
I was wrong about Badgers basketball. I've done them before. They're bad.
Catch it all on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, Daily Dodge TV, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Were we the first ones to do it?
Are we trailblazers? People are talking. Welcome into the Damn Sports Show. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We're going to be joined in just a few moments here to talk a little bit about the Green Bay Packers, a couple weeks out from the NFL draft. And we got big news today, Ashley Oberzinski. We got a release of the eventual...
The release date.
A release date where you get part of the schedule released.
Possibly.
Possibly.
But we don't know, because it could be May 12th. It could be May 13th.
It could be May 14th.
We have 3 whole days to wait on the edge of our seats.
Thank God. Thank God. That's what we as NFL fans want.
Yes, they previewed the preview of the 2026-2027 NFL season.
I'll make sure. We have to ask Jason about that once we get him on here in just a second. But also later today, we are going to be talking, or Wade will be talking, with Ed Popovich, the Beaver Dam golf coach right here. We're going to have that interview right here on the Damn Sports Show in the third block. And the Beaver Dam girls softball team christened their new field with a big win yesterday. Beautiful field.
Beautiful field.
Yeah. Were you playing on anything like that at Brookfield Central?
We did, yes. Good job.
Okay,
Not
good.
Brookfield East. That would be insulting.
I didn't want to. I knew I was
thank
walking
you.
on thin ice.
You were. We actually, my freshman, sophomore year, I never played a game at BC because our field was getting redone. But we only did dirt. We did not get the nice turf.
First time up here in the state of Wisconsin. This kind of turf's never been here.
I can't wait to get out there and see it.
You're going to have to. We're going to have a practice again this year, and you're going to be a part of that, so I hope you're ready.
That would be fun.
All right. Well, wait, before we get going too far into the show, we're going to welcome on the great Jason Wilde to the program. You can hear him on Wilde and Tausch weekdays from 9 a.m. until noon across ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app, and you can read all of his written work under the Packers tab and channel3000.com. Jason, I know we're fired up. We're going to the dump later today, but you've had a busy day yourself already at Hard Rock. How are you doing?
I'm good. Brookfield Central, is that what I heard?
Yes. Uh-oh.
So, and that's where Joe Thomas went, and that's where Brad Nortman went?
Yep.
I didn't realize Joe Thomas went there.
Their statues located in like the same monument park, or did the Lancers spread them out around the school ground? How did they approach that?
So it's funny you say that. Our football field is named Harrison Thomas. When I was in school, I think this has changed now, and you walked through the gym hallway, you would see you would see Joe Thomas, this Harrison guy, I can't remember exactly, he was Olympian, but no we would see those no Brad Nortman jersey on the wall.
Oh, that's dirty.
I think they have fixed it now, but yeah, when I was in high school...
They played it in a Super Bowl.
Yes, so when I was an intern in Milwaukee, I remember I was sitting in a KBN show prep, and they said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Brookfield," and Brad Nortman was like, "I went there," and I was like, "Yeah," and then I told the same story I just told you both. They did not when I was there have Brad Nortman's jersey up.
Oh, jeez.
Well, in fairness to Brad, he played in a hell of a lot more playoff games than Joe Thomas.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think they fixed that, though.
All right. Well, good for Brad at least. Finally, you got to get to the right dessert we're talking about. He played in a Super Bowl, mind you. Joe Thomas, maybe the best left tackle. I'm still saying Anthony Munoz, but I'm fine if you're going to say Joe Thomas. But Jason, we kind of teased it at the start of the show. Charlie and I, we were talking earlier. We pestered Dobes with it as well. This NFL schedule release of the release that might be between these 3 days. Is this just like the new world where you live in? Everything's going to be turned into an event, even the release of the release?
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I'm too old for this stuff. The schedule will come out when it comes out. It comes out every year. We know the opponents already. It's just when they play. We even know where all the games will be, except for 2 of them, because the Lions are hosting a game in Munich, and the Saints are hosting a game in Paris.
Ooh.
Both of them are on the Packers' road schedule, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that the Packers could get one of those 2 remaining international games. But beyond that, whether it comes out the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, Adam Scheftersaid always got to be first. You know him. But I'm guessing that as we get closer to the date, then we will get a concrete date. But yeah, there is no sport on earth that manages to get more mileage out of basically handing out a calendar than the NFL.
Well, and I know I'm going to sound like the grumpy old man. This is awesome. It's sports. We get to talk about it. That's great. But then it kind of feels like they're raising the towel for every penny that they can squeeze out of this thing. We've turned the draft into a super event. There's a new football game every other day of the week now from August until February. And now we have not only the Combine's an event, we have the picture day, the coaches meeting is an event. Is this eventually going to get to the point where they stretch it too thin, or are people just going to keep feeding in and just buy into everything they do?
Yeah, there's no indication that there's any end in sight. I mean, they're obviously pushing. The owners are pushing for an 18th game on the schedule. Famously, Mark Cuban once said that comparing the NFL to pigs that go to slaughter, and I think later he admitted, yeah, I was wrong. There's just no such thing as too much NFL, apparently. I'm still not sure that he was wrong. I don't know what that tipping point could potentially be. But you're right. Everything they do is celebrate. I really thought, I know I've said this before, but I really thought the concussion thing would really endanger the sport. As a parent, I have 2 daughters, Paula and I, and, we don't have sons, so I don't never face this decision. I think Sid would love to play flag football, though. But, I don't know if I would have been comfortable with if we had sons, if they played football or not. And yet, we got through that period where they made the Will Smith movie. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
But nothing ever, they settled, they paid their settlement, and that was it. So, to answer your question, Wally, I don't think we're ever going to get to that point. I really don't.
Well, Jason, I think you should let Sid play flag football as somebody who did play flag football. But besides the point, there's a rumor that the Packers called the Giants about Dexter Lawrence.
How do you can't pivot off that right away?
No, I know.
What did you play?
Oh, flag football. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know. What position did you play?
I was a running back and a quarterback. At the time, I played softball too.
Who would her player comp be, Jason? 5 foot, quick, gadget kind of player. What are you thinking?
Nobody's
probably Marshawn Lloyd, but she stays healthier.
That's true. We'd probably see her on the field.
Yeah. So if I could I give a coaching point here briefly?
Of course,
please.
Because we start in Beaver Dam. That's where you grow. I mean, you guys are going to be stars in the GKB galaxy soon enough. Wally already is, but you got to let that line breathe. I was going to come back and ask, and great job by Wally.
Thank you.
To ask follow-ups. Well done, because that was going to totally take us off topic. And come on, Dexter Lawrence. Yeah, I'm sure they called. That's great. They have 7 draft picks. They don't have a first-round pick. Are they really going to trade another draft pick to acquire a guy who, much like Zaire Franklin, there's a reason why those guys are available, right? Their teams are at a point where they're not so sure that they want them anymore. Zaire Franklin was a second-team All-Pro or first-team All-Pro just 2 years ago. So, Goody doesn't believe in older players, and now suddenly he's picking them up and kicking the tires on various guys. I would never say never because, Micah Parsons is a Packer, right? So we can never say never to anything. But I don't see that happening. And I'm much more interested, are there video highlights so we could put on the Daily Dodge TV? Like, did your parents, video your
They
games
might have.
like we do with Sid's games?
They might have. I'll
see
ask.
that.
I'll ask if they have videos. It was 5th grade and 6th grade. It was me and my friend Sophie. We were the only 2 girls in the league.
Well, hey, that's even better. I was going to say.
It was a boys' league, and you were playing against the boys.
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron.
That's
I like
even
it.
better.
It was so fun. My dad used to call my friend Barry Sanders because of how fast she was. I was.
You didn't get Barry Sanders comps?
No, I wasn't as fast as her, I guess.
Got the shorter
More of a
legs,
Josh
Jason.
Jacobs running through tackles.
Yeah.
Yeah, low center of gravity, a little Darren Sproles. There's nothing like it. See, I'm glad we got the pivot there. I didn't mean to.
But yeah, I need to let it breathe for a second.
Hey, that's all right. That's what we have Jason here for. He's a living coach. But Jason, I also saw you wrote an article talking about Jeff Hafley's support that he threw behind Coach LaFleur. I think that goes without saying, not surely, that he was in that system last year. He was defensive coordinator of a very well-improved team. I'm curious again. I'm tired of bringing him up, and I'm sorry I'm doing it to you again. But the player's grade was a full drop for Matt LaFleur. That's kind of a weird metric because 53 guys are voting on this. Does you really think now, when you look back at all this support that's been thrown around, was it just a few guys that really ruined this grade? Or do you think that there was more of a problem across the locker room that it really isn't getting out right now?
Yeah, so, Wally, where'd you go to school again?
The Ohio State University.
Yeah, I hate that about you. And,
I love you, though, Jason.
And Dobes, where did you go?
Carroll University.
Oh, yeah, the Pioneers?
Yep, roll Pios.
Okay. So, I'm sure both of you were outstanding students. But just go with it.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
So I was a really good student. I like to use this as an example of what not to do. I was the valedictorian of my high school class, and I tell our girls all the time, it's okay to get a B. You will not be reprimanded for that. My parents put far too much emphasis on grades and not enough emphasis on enjoying my high school time. If I could do it over, I don't know if I would choose to go back like Marty McFly necessarily, but I would definitely not need a 4.0, especially since it didn't do me any good at Madison. But my second semester, my freshman year, I was taking second semester calculus, why I was taking that was pure hubris. Like, I was going to be a sports writer. I knew that from when I was in 4th grade. I didn't need calculus. And I got a 21% on an exam.
Been there.
First time I failed anything. If I had stayed in that class, right, that grade on that exam would have buried my grade. There was no way I would have gotten an A, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the case of Matt LaFleur's grades, obviously he acknowledged of his own volition that there were guys that were unhappy with their roles and that it, quote, took a toll on our football team. Well, it also took a toll on his grade, right? Because clearly there were some guys that gave him an F. And he went from an A- a year ago to a B-. And I would have had to really put forth a lot of effort in a math class that I didn't need, which I subsequently dropped after that exam instead, to get that grade even up to a B, right? So I would argue that Matt LaFleur's grade was probably tanked by a handful of malcontents. Because at the same time as those guys were dropping his grade, Micah Parsons was going 2 Ed Policy's office to throw his support behind LaFleur, and other players went and did that. So those guys certainly weren't giving him a bad grade. Otherwise, it's very easy to give a milquetoast support of your coach to the media, right? Yeah, no, Matt's a good coach. I really respect him, right? Like, you could totally half-heartedly do that. When it comes to making the effort to go to the team president, you only do that if you really truly believe in him. So I would say there were probably some really good grades, and there were some probably B's, and then there were probably some F's that just killed them. But again, I think the important thing is you can't just chalk it up to guys that were disgruntled. Like, I think you still have to take a look in the mirror if you're Matt LaFleur and say, what do I need to do differently? What do I need to do better? And clearly one of them is communicate to guys that, look, this is your role, and if you're unhappy with it, then do something about it, right? Bust your tail to get more opportunities, earn more opportunities. And if they choose not to do that and they want to be, unhappy, then they're choosing to be unhappy.
Well, popping the hood, it's great this time of year, but I'm curious because I don't really know, Jason. I imagine you have much more insight. I know it. Once the season's over, there's a large stretch of time. These guys aren't in the building. A lot of them aren't in Wisconsin. Is there anything that is being done or can be done this time of year? Or is it really wait until training camp and get over to summer where you can put your face in front of these guys again and start rebuilding those bridges?
Well, the off-season program starts in 12 days. It is obviously voluntary, but a lot of guys do come back. A lot of guys have workout bonuses built into their contract to financially incentivize them coming back to Green Bay and leaving their nicer areas. I would say this. The time between like January 11th or 12th when they cleaned out their lockers and when they come back, in a week and a half, that's the time that what you should be doing during that time if you're coaches is thinking about what do you want to do differently schematically and what do you want to do differently in terms of how you handle your players. And so I would think while those guys were out of the building, that was something that they really talked about. And Matt LaFleur, again, I know there's about a third of the fan base that's really down on him, including Josh DiMaggio and John Anderson. I don't necessarily agree with them. I understand their perspective. But, Matt LaFleur first of all, he's a really smart offensive coach. Second of all, while he can be awkward at times, like that terrible pep talk to the Badger men's basketball team that had, I think he does connect with players, and I think he authentically cares about them. So, usually when guys are unhappy, it's because they're unhappy with their role, not, oh, the coach was mean to me. So I think he does need to, again, make sure that he's taking stock himself and saying to himself, hey, what do I need to do better? Because whether those guys were unhappy or not, I still need to do a better job of communicating with them.
Well, Jason, I know that we'll have somebody back from his off-season programs in Charlie Dern on Friday, so we'll have to get his player grade from you when he comes back. But he's not ducking you anymore. Officially, poke runs over. Charlie Dern's back in the house for you.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt Charlie's feelings. I don't know if he goes back and listens to the podcast, but I'll be honest. I think the chemistry is much better when Ashley's in his seat. I really do. And when Wade is leering over in the background.
Even down on Wade.
Well, and even after we said goodbye to you last week, Jason, Wade comes down and just puts his hand in front with the drink. That's all we got out of him. So you know what? He's always lurking around, but we're very lucky for it. As we're lucky to have you, Jason. Thank you so much for the time. We'll catch up with you a little bit more on Friday.
All right, sounds good, guys. Take care. Be good.
All right, the great Jason Wilde, which means it's time for us to go to break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the scheduling. Charlie Dern will be in the house for that, so make sure you stick around for that. And then at 5, go on out to the dump in Cambria.
Ooh.
It's going to be great. I'm getting a peanut butter burger.
I'm getting the burger of the month.
Ooh, yeah, you are. First time. That'll be next. Or eventually. Next on the Damn Sports Show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
There's no better time than right now to take care of yourself. Marshfield Clinic Primary Care helps you stay on track with screenings and vaccinations, or to simply connect on your overall well-being. Visit marshfieldclinic.org/primarycare.
Looking for your next great round? Tee it up at Rolling Meadows Golf Course in Fond du Lac, featuring 27 holes designed for every skill level. Whether you're chasing a personal best or just enjoying time with friends, you'll love the well-kept course, practice facilities, and relaxing clubhouse. Play 9, 18, or all 27, then unwind at the bar and grill. Rolling Meadows, more golf, more fun your way. Book your tee time today at rollingmeadowsgolfcourse.com.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting dailydodge.com/contests. That's dailydodge.com/contests.
You wait all winter long for that first hot Wisconsin day, and your air conditioner decides it's still in hibernation. Before the heat rolls in, call JB Mechanical for a spring AC tune-up. They'll make sure your system runs smooth, cool, and efficiently, so you're not sweating it later. Now that's more like it. JB Mechanical is a proud Train dealer. Schedule today at jbmechllc.com.
Lately, I couldn't help but notice my house was feeling a little drafty, so I quizzically stared into my window.
I'm starting with the man in the window.
Wait, that's not how it goes. But in my reflection, I did find the problem. Old, inefficient windows. So I called the solution, Hometown Glass and Improvement. They install top quality, energy efficient windows from trusted brands like Pella and Lindsay with professional guidance and installation. Visit in person, online, or call 887-3757 for your free estimate today.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Our spring sale is going on right now, and you can save up to 50% off of list prices in-store and online. This amazing sectional at 40% off is on sale for only $899, or this two-piece leather combination by Ashley is only $979. We have reclining sofas that start as little as $599, and our Lazy Boy chairs start as little as $499. Did you know nobody sells Lazy Boy for less than us? And we're the only store that doesn't charge for special order upgrades. You want to change the color? No problem, no charge. And we're super fast. Get special orders in 6 to 8 weeks or less on all of our products. Check out this Reva queen size bed that we have on sale for as little as $449 in the shark skin color, or you can also get it in espresso. Shop local and save big during our spring sale going on right now at Slumberland Furniture, Beaver Dam in Watertown.
Join me, Rich Eisen, weekdays from noon to 2. Now back to the Dam Sports Show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
If you are looking for a one-stop shop for all things sports cards, head on over to Real Sports Cards in Waupun or check out their app. Whether you're into sports cards or Pokemon, Real Sports Cards has you covered. With live break streaming right there on the app, you can grab individual cards on the go, be part of a group, and watch for your favorite players and teams as the packs get open. Go to the Apple or Google Play Store today, look for the orange logo, and take your collection to the next level with the Real Sports Cards, your local resource for all things sports cards, Pokemon cards, and more. And I'm wondering if Tom over at Real Sports Cards would set up a release of schedule of when Topps is going to have their next release of the schedule release. And Charlie, and the reason I bring this up is that Adam Schefter, you shared this with us in the break here. He shared the details that there will be a date for the schedule release to be announced soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He reported that the NFL schedule for next season, it could be released sometime between Tuesday, May 12th, and Thursday, May 14th.
Anytime in there.
Anytime in there. That window. I guess I read that and I was like seriously, what does this become? the NFL offseason. I know, but like, man, we already know what teams we're gonna play, and there's just it's such a mess. I know it's a 365 business now, and maybe there's not a ton of news in the NFL going on right now. But man, we're previewing the potential date range in which the NFL schedule could be released.
And you know how they release schedules too. It's not like this clean show. No. It's not like the March Madness where you're going to sit around. All right, in an hour here, we're going to know what everybody has. It's like this slow trickle of actually in Week 13 on Thursday Night Football, the Titans are going to travel to Houston. We'll let you know about the other games here in a bit.
Right?
What are you doing? What are we doing here?
It's really gone too far. It's gone too far because they've released the Packers will play these 8 teams as home in a home game at Lambeau, but we're not going to tell you the dates or the weeks that those games will happen. We still don't even know if because we know that we have an international game, but we don't know who and when we play. And so everyone's like, well, it makes a lot of sense for it to be the Lions game in Munich, Germany, and that'll be a Lions home game, which actually would be great for the Packers if that is true. But we're just talking about hypotheticals and things we don't actually know. I don't know.
But you start thinking about it now. Not only we grew up in an era where we saw Thursday Night Football get introduced. For the longest time, it was this is your Sunday slate. You were going to have one game on Monday Night Football, and this is it. And it was the 3-4 month season. You have your games. Yip, yip, hooray, we'll see you at draft time. Occasionally they'll get a big show on ESPN about the free agency. Now it's schedule release. Schedule releases of the schedule releases. We're having hypothetical talk shows about trade requests that are never going to happen. We have free agency built up weeks in advance. The draft has become a a massive event at this stage where it's not even about the picks themselves. It's the fiasco of having a live show. This has gotten so out of hand with the NFL right now. I don't know where they're going to stop. They're on the World Conquer Tour. There's not even things safe anymore like Christmas Day. It's that's gone. Now we're going to start introducing the day before Thanksgiving football. There's no quenching the thirst. That is the mogul. This monster that is the NFL.
My question to you, Wally, is are they inevitable? Are they unbeatable?
They're Thanos.
Or is it like the Roman Empire where they're stretching a little too thin?
I mean, you know what? It's interesting you say that because for the longest time, I remember Greg Rosenthal of NFL.com would hypothetically throw out the idea of there being a game every single day throughout the year and almost turning it into a European football slate where it's just a season that is 10 months long. And I used to laugh and be like, that's so ridiculous. I'm getting closer to the idea that they might not stop. Yeah, who knows? Maybe you get the idea of maybe the NFL is your August through February. We talk about the expansion into Europe. What's to stop them from having NFL Europe still high-level football players? It's not the USFL where it's kind of an eyesore to watch. And you have just super high-level football overseas that you're going to be watching. I don't know where this stops, but I know that they don't have any ambition to stop pushing the envelope and stretching thin, as you called it.
Sundays used to be
It used to matter.
Well, and they still do, but there's some Sundays this past year, there'd be times where it's wait, how come there's only 2 afternoon slate games? How come there's 8 in the first slate? The scheduling already is just so weird, and I don't understand it. I mean, I get that the whole thing is money and viewership. I don't want to be that guy that's well, follow the money. Because we get that, but.
Yeah, you're right, though, because, let's say every team, it was one of those normal days where you have 32 teams playing. There's no bye weeks. You'll have a Thursday night game. Then you get to the end of the year, there's 3 Saturday games. There's a Monday night game. At least they're not doing the doubleheader there anymore. But you're right. Then you start looking at the Sunday slate. There's a Sunday night football game, too. You can't. Then you have the morning games played overseas. And then you look at 1 o'clock, and it's Texans-Colts. It's Packers and, who knows, the Ravens. And it's that's cool. But then you look in the afternoon slate, and it's 2 games you don't care about that has nothing to do with anybody. It's stretched to a point where I think you're going to turn off maybe some casual fans, but it's the NFL. I mean, this thing...
I'm still going to watch.
I'm going to watch. If they played a game every single day, I'd be complaining about it while the game's on my television.
I'm going to watch, and I'm going to like it. They're going to feed me that slop, and I'm going to eat it.
And I'm going to ask for more slop after they're done.
Yeah, thank you for the slop.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Exactly.
God.
So, yeah. Potential schedule release May 12th through the 14th.
Thank God
Maybe.
for that. Thank God for that. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Wade had a chance to sit down with Ed Popovich, the Beaver Dam golf coach, and preview a little bit about what their season's coming up, as we're going to be talking about a little bit of golf later on in the show. That's next here on the Dam Sports Show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
This is Jason Martell, head baseball coach at St. Marie Springs Academy. You're listening to 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
Partner your business with the most famous four letters in sports, ESPN. For more information, click on the Contact Us tab at DailyDodge.com.
From the Daily Dodge News Center, I'm Terry Bell. The Houstonburg School District is at a crossroads after voters yesterday rejected a $3.75 million referendum. One district Houstonburg might merge with is Dodgeland. Voters there passed an operating referendum yesterday to exceed state spending limits by $700,000 a year for 4 years. The Wisconsin Supreme Court's liberal majority is bolstered by Chris Taylor's win over Maria Lazar yesterday. Beaver Dam Mayor Bobby Mark easily won re-election over write-in challenger Al Lukachinsky. And there were 3 contested races for Beaver Dam Common Council yesterday. Zach Zopp, Andrew Perkins, and Julie Wendt are the winners. Beaver Dam School Board, Maria Mason, Lisa Panzer, and Joanne Tyjeski were the top 3 vote-getters. From the Daily Dodge News Center, I'm Terry Bell.
Your home for Beaver Dam High School Golden Beaver Athletics is Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
Celebrate 104 years with Silica for your home this April. Hi, I'm Josh Schneider, 4th generation at Silica, and I just want to say thank you. And to celebrate, we're offering exclusive rebates, thousands of dollars in savings all month long, plus in-store giveaways announced every Friday in April. Stop in and experience what's made Silica stand out since 1922. Silica for your home, quality, service, and trust for over a century. And since 1922, it's always been Silica for your home.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
For continued coverage of your local high school and pro sports teams, spend the weekday 4 o'clock hours with the Dam Sports Show, presented by Real Sports Cards in Waupun.
The Beaver Dam boys golf team doing their best to get ready for the 2026 spring campaign. We're going to bring in head coach Ed Popovich. Coach, much like all the other spring sports, your Mother Nature hasn't been too cooperative with you, has she?
No, it hasn't been very cooperative so far, but hopefully the weather turns here in the next 5 to 8 days, and we can have a good full season.
So how have you attacked practicing this year? How much have your kids gotten outside and able to get some work in?
Yeah, good question. We've had one full day on the golf course. We had a second partial day. We do as much as we can. So if we have to be inside the school, we've got putting and chipping drills. Inside the field house, we've got a hitting net available. So we try to get as much in as possible. Before Friday's invite, hopefully we can get out Wednesday or Thursday. And we've got some things we definitely want to focus on. A lot of short game stuff, putting, chipping, pitching. Let's get that cleaned up before Friday.
Coach, since you've taken over the program, do you feel like you've seen the development happen with this squad last year? I think you saw some great strides with your team. Can you kind of talk about where you're at and what your feel is for the program coming into this season?
Yeah, I think the single biggest thing that I emphasized taking over was building a culture, right? We've been blessed the last couple of years having mid to upper 30s, even lower 40s for kids coming out. I think this year it might have been 38 kids going out. That's fantastic for the Beaver Dam community. How do we, like last year, we were very senior dominated, and now this year we're a very young squad. If we're not building a culture and having these kids go out for the program, it becomes a struggle. But we've got some amazing talent, and let's continue to build their game over the next couple of years, and let's just keep going.
Coach, besides just, success on the course, when you say building a culture, what types of things do you look for to keep those numbers strong and to build that culture in Beaver Dam boys golf?
Yeah, I think what we look at first is the junior programs within the area, right? How do we get kids starting at the age of 4, 5, and 6 interested in the game? Let's get a golf club in their hand. Let's show them how fun this sport can be. And by the time that they get to high school, I just keep getting more and more kids wanting to go out. I still see a lot of kids from my past junior programs wanting to come out, and it's great. I absolutely love it. So you got to start early. You got to look at the junior programs. Wherever they may be, whether at the golf courses or through the YMCA, through the rec departments. Bottom line, let's get a golf club in a kid's hand.
Talking with Ed Popovich, the head boys golf coach at Beaver Dam High School. They get ready to open their season this weekend. Coach, so when you look at your squad this year, getting them ready for this weekend's opening match, I guess, what does your team look like? Can I talk about the young men that are coming back that saw varsity action last year, and I guess what those competitors that are trying to punch their way into the varsity team look like?
Yeah, like I said, last year we were very senior dominated. And this year it's just the opposite. We're in I do not like using the term rebuilding mode. I've got a senior, Garrett Betcher. It's his team this year, right? He's been on varsity. This is year 4 now for him. He's a leader of this group, and I have talked to him this year, and what we're trying to do is build a team environment, right? Even though it's an individual sport, we're going to build a team environment. I got Lucas back for this year. He'll be a sophomore. Looking for great things for him. He's moved up. He's going to play the number 2 spot. And here's where we get really young. I've got, I got Owen Stats. I got James Bader, both sophomores. They had a little bit of time getting their feet wet last year, and their game looks really good coming into this year. And then in the 5th spot, I'm starting a freshman this year. And I've got Jackson right now in the number 5 spot, and can't wait to see what he can do over the next 4 years.
You mentioned Lucas Longseth and some other kids last year coming in as freshmen. How big of a transition is that? I mean, because golf is kind of an individual sport. Is it as big of a transition to maybe some other team sports, going from like junior golf to the high school level? What's the transition like for that when you got freshmen that are trying to make an impact at the varsity level?
Yeah, I think there can be a transition, and our coaching staff does a fantastic job. My JV coaches and Tim Chase and John Nortman do an amazing job getting these kids ready. And I think what you do is you follow them. So I follow, my freshman and sophomore from hole to hole, and we just kind of talk as we're going in between shot to shot. And you just keep them comfortable. They are fully aware they're going to hit some suspect shots, and they're going to have some suspect scores. We understand that. The kids understand that. But how do we grow, right? So like Jackson, my freshman, you can tell he's a little nervous, but I'm going to be with him all 18 holes for 2 days, and hopefully by the time we get to day 2, he'll be in his comfort zone and just go ahead and play golf. Move the ball forward, put the ball in the hole.
Golf is kind of unique too, isn't it? When you look at your team, where kids can, put it within themselves to earn their way onto that varsity roster, can't they? Depending on how they play. I mean, it's on them. The scorecard doesn't lie, does it?
It doesn't. The bottom line is move the ball forward, put the ball in the hole. And you look at the dedication now, a good chunk of these young athletes I had in my junior programs. And so I've been a little aware of where their talent or their game has progressed from the time I had them 4 or 5 years ago. And that's kind of a good thing on my end, right? Because I've seen their growth. I've got a transfer student by the name of Brady who's going to have to sit this year, but next year as a senior, he can play varsity. Boy, I'll tell you what, we've got some good players. We really do.
Coach, can you talk about the conference? What are your expectations for the conference? What does the conference look like when it comes to who you think will be up near the top this year?
Yeah, the conference is always really strong, right? You know, whether it's Wanakee, whether it's DeForest, Milton, there's some amazing players, and it just kind of keeps refilling these schools with great players. So you've got to come to the table with 5 strong players of your own. It's a strong conference. It really is. And I think for our expectations, right, we try to hover in the middle of the pack. I think we're very realistic in saying we really don't think that we're going to ever take a conference title in the next year or two because of all the great players that are out there and the amazing programs that are out there. Betsy runs an absolutely majestic program out in Wanakee, and Kirk Weiland does the same thing out in Milton. They're just huge, strong programs. So how can we hover right in the middle, and how can we compete when we get to our invites, right? That's kind of our bread and butter. Where can we get, in the top 25% for our invites? We've got some great invites this year, places that we've done really well in the past, whether it's Portage or Mascoutin or what have you. So that's kind of our mindset this year.
Coach, you open up on the road this weekend, but you do have some home matches here at Old Hickory. What's the best way for people to watch golf if they see you have a home match, they want to come out?
Yeah, absolutely. We're out at Old Hickory this year, and we love and highly encourage, whether it's parents or grandparents or the general community, to come out and participate and cheer on Beaver Dam. We love that energy, and we have really great support when it comes from the local community, whether we play at Old Hickory or when we play at Watertown. So we highly encourage everybody to come out and just support your community.
And they can come and walk along with a group or just to sit in a hole if they'd like, if they're the Masters. Is that how it kind of works?
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to walk down the fairways, and the Old Hickory's got some great holes where if you just want to sit on the back of hole number 9 or the back of hole number 18, it's right there by the parking lot. So that works out really well. Otherwise, they do have spectator carts available from time to time. So take a look at using one of those. And like I said, come on out, support the community, support the kids.
Coach Eric Popovich, Beaver Dam High School boys golf. Appreciate the time, and it's going to be fun watching the Golden Beavers progress this season. Thanks for the time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. Rain showers likely tonight, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Lows dip down to about 41. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Daytime highs approaching 55. Tomorrow, mainly sunny skies. Cloudy skies expected tomorrow night. Rain showers likely. Lows dip down to about 38. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Right now, 65.
Keep up to date with all the latest going on in high school athletics across the region by heading to the sports tab at DailyDodge.com. Local scores, interviews, and more.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and 0 calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Save big money on your interior stains and finishes now at Menards. Provide exceptional color to your staining project with Minwax Color Series. It applies evenly and dries fast with just one coat. Get a quart of Minwax Color Series wood stain in over 240 colors. On sale now through April 12th. Visit our paint desk and let our helpful team get you everything you need for your stain project today.
Save big money at Menards.
Attention sports fans. Whether you're chasing the hottest rookie card, that next big autographed sports card, or looking for expert card services, Real Sports Cards is here for you. For everything from sports to Pokemon cards, visit the store in downtown Waupun today. Go to the Apple Store or Google Play and download the Real Sports Cards app for all the live online card breaks. Watch, collect, and win from anywhere. Real Sports Cards, where every day is opening day.
Your home for the Golden Beavers, 1430 ESPN, powered by Daily Dodge.
The Damn Sports Show, presented by Real Sports Cards in Waupun. Your favorite local sports teams, your favorite local sports hosts. It's Wally and Charlie on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
Welcome back to the Damn Sports Show on 1430 ESPN, Beaver Dam, and Daily Dodge TV. We are about to be going out to the dump in Cambria. I'm so fired up. I'm going to be getting myself the peanut butter burger, the boss, the little bacon on there. It's your first time going out there, Ashley Dobrzinski, isn't it?
It is. Never been. Well, I'm excited.
You get your own version of this or that here in a little bit when you start looking at the menu. Charlie, you've been there plenty of times. What's your go-to?
I've actually I move around on the menu. I like to try different things. I like to get wraps. What's that face about?
You like to try around.
Yeah, I try different things. I've gotten the wraps there before.
Yeah, you're not married to one item on the menu.
Yeah, because what you can do with the wraps is you can get the chicken in there, you can grill it, fry it, whatever. But then you get to choose any of the wing sauces that you want. So then I've tried out like the mango habanero I got, and it was delicious.
I'm not usually a mango guy, but when you get spice with it, I think it goes well.
Mm-hmm.
But you need the spice. So mango habanero, I might have to try that out here in a little bit. But before we do that, it's my favorite segment of the week. We don't have a show tomorrow because the Badgers men's hockey team is in the Frozen Four, and we need to keep the Big Ten dominance going. That's my narrative. If Michigan's going to win on Monday night in the men's basketball tournament, I'm just moving on to the Big Ten's better at everything, so the Badgers got to get it done. We can't have the Ann Arbor people happy on two fronts.
Hockey school. That's it.
I hear.
That's all I got.
You
Hockey,
said hockey school.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I heard hockey's cool.
I thought you said hockey's cool, too.
Oh, my bad. No, hockey school. University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Yeah, I all of a sudden started getting nervous.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, hockey's cool. All right, we got a puck now.
It is. It is very cool.
It is. There's ice literally all around.
That's true.
Oh,
The arenas are cool.
It's quite literally very cool inside the arenas.
Move on.
All right, we'll move on. All right, it's time for this or that. Ashley Dobrzinski, our wonderful producer. You are going to be doing, are they Masters themed?
They are. Masters start tomorrow.
They do.
We got to do a little golf themed.
Well, we're not going to have a damn sports show tomorrow, so we're going to be hunkered out front watching this thing tomorrow. And we're going to be deciding this or that and things. So I'd love to start with this. Where are we going?
What do you mean, where are we going?
Where are we going? Like, where are we going with this or that? Is this pimento cheese to start? Where are we going with this?
Nope. Walking the course or riding in a cart.
Oh, are we playing 18?
Sure.
All right, then you got to go cart for 18.
So the 9's walk?
9 is walk.
You prefer a walk on 9.
I don't know if it's the lure of being in a golf cart, but I am obsessed with golf carts.
Yeah.
I would so much rather driving one of those things. It's so fun.
I get it, but when you're playing 9 holes, it's already like a 2-hour round at max. And then if you've got a cart, you're going in like an hour and a half or an hour.
That's so fun,
That's
though.
not enough time to spend on the course.
Yeah, but it's so fun to be. Really, you had an hour and a half for you on 9.
If you're walking, yeah, like 90 minutes, 2 hours.
We are.
Well, when there's 3 of us, that's what it gets longer. But like if I've gone and played by myself, you can just walk. You just pick your clubs up, walk to the next
wherever
ball.
we play?
Well, yeah, there's 3 of us anyways. We'd be playing 9.
I was going to say,
We'll take the
if
car.
you start walking,
We'll leave him walking.
We'll meet him up there.
Well, yeah, I just think.
Judging by the golf video, Wally, you might need the cart, and I'll walk and be just fine.
If I had to walk, I think that's part of the reason why I'm against you on this, is that with how many times I'm changing
That's a
direction.
good point. Yeah.
Like, let's say it's a 500, let's just call it 300 yard. It's a 300-yard hole. I'm walking back and forth so much, it turns into a 700-yard hole for me.
Yeah, that's
Then
so
I
fair.
need the cart.
Yeah. But at a certain point, we got to get some steps in while we're actually out and doing this activity.
Well, I mean, sure. I mean, you can get steps into anything. We can go mini golf. I don't need a cart there.
What about push carts? Can I offer you guys push carts for 9?
like.
You're not carrying.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize that you were talking carrying. No, never carrying. You should always push cart. Either push cart or golf cart. I'm sorry. I hate carrying my
He's
golf
trying to live his caddy life right now.
I guess so.
He's trying to get on to Masters
so.
in a working capacity.
Yeah. I am. Yeah, I could not.
See, I'm with you in the sense that when I still get on a golf cart, I have that like little kid at the whatever amusement park you're at.
Yes.
And it's like, Mom and Dad, can we ride the car that I get to drive?
Yes.
And then you're just going cling,
Yeah.
cling back and forth. I'm driving better than Dylan or whoever
Yeah.
your sibling is. See, that's where I'm still like.
I get so excited when I get to drive a golf cart.
Yeah, it's the allure. It's still like an ATV to me. Where I want to
bully
ride
my
it.
sister still to this day when we go out golfing with my dad. I bully her and I'm like, Katie, I am driving.
Well, good. We'll have something to report back on Friday if we're going to be pushing, if we're going to be walking,
yeah, we'll
carrying.
see who wins. Okay, next one.
We'll see.
Golf in 60 degrees and sunny or 80 degrees with humidity.
What?
I feel like this is a no-brainer, right?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah.
You would totally Dern would
What are
totally
you
pick
talking?
80 degrees.
60 degrees and sunny is perfect. That's like borderline perfect.
Sorry, okay, fine, let's change it to 50 degrees.
Not then 80 and humid.
You are
I think I
totally...
still take 50 and sunny.
Same, because it's like that right now. It's a little windy, but I'm shocked that you didn't choose 80 and humidity.
Over
You, like,
60 and perfect?
Yes, you're like obsessed with
She's
golf.
literally just said, would you rather golf in the perfect day or do you want to be miserable?
Or do you want to be sweating and
Okay,
uncomfortable?
Sorry, fine. Next
60
one.
and sunny.
Thank you.
That's final answer.
Locked in.
Thanks for clarifying that. Hit every fairway but 3 putt of every hole, or miss every fairway but 1 putt everything.
Oh.
So I will say, if I ever do hit a fairway, there's like 100% chance that either the next shot or once I get to the green, I'm 3-putting. I'll never combine one hole together and just do very well. So both will happen to me like every other hole.
I think I'd rather hit fairway.
I'd rather hit the fairway.
Yeah, because that's a lot easier to then get up than if you're going right, left, because that's what happens.
I'm an awful golfer, so I kind of am already experiencing both ends. I kind of like the idea of once I get to the green, the hole's dead to me. There's nothing more deflating than you get to the green, you're putting for par, and then you look down at your score sheet and you have a triple bogey, and you're like, what happened here?
Yeah.
So for me, I think I'm actually going to take I get on the green, it's an insta-putt. It's like a gimme no matter what. I'm taking that.
That's like me on par 3s. Like, I'm not horrible about reaching the green on the par 3, but then every time I end up bogeying. I'm 4-putting like every
Literally,
time.
I still look back at that fun hair down showdown with McKenna Nelson, and there was one hole the entire day that I had a better first shot than her, and I was like 15 feet from the hole. She was probably 20 feet, and then she birdies it, and then I'm sitting there with a double bogey. I'm like, what was the point of what I just did?
Yeah.
Right.
It eliminated everything good that was about it. So for me, I'll take the one off that I occasionally get on the green and just call it a win.
Fair. All right. Now we're going to get a little away from golf. Would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I think I'm going to take the horse-sized duck.
Yeah, 1.
I'm taking the one just because I think that the horses at a duck size would still. It's basically at that point
You
you have
guys
a bunch
ever
of
seen a
dogs.
horse?
Yeah, but you have a bunch
But
of
it's
dogs nipping at your ankles.
it's not like got like muscular legs like a horse does. You know, it's still a duck.
But the horses are big.
Yeah, of course.
But like, it's not like ducks have like teeth in there, right?
Yeah,
I think they
we're
do.
talking numbers here. There's 100 of them running at you.
Okay, what would
They've
be
got you outnumbered.
I'm not afraid of that
What
duck.
would be your strategies?
With
Beat the
one?
duck.
Yeah, beat the duck? Okay, well, the dog.
Yeah, you'd have to jump on its back and start strangling it or something.
That's the thing that
Go
we're not
for the
factoring.
eyes.
Those necks
Big
aren't
eyes on
strong.
dogs. No.
At like that size, if I get a hold of that neck, that thing's in trouble.
You can uppercut the bill pretty easy, I'm sure, too.
Well, with how heavy the head is at that size, the size of a horse, you uppercut that duck, that thing's going to break its own neck.
Yeah, go for the jug.
Yeah, go
Just
quick jug.
Make it really quack. And then it'll really be quack.
And then it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm imagining 100 like duck-sized horses. They're still going to be nipping at your ankles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not little tiny hooves still a part of that. I don't want the horses.
No, it's just that's a numbers thing, total numbers thing.
Yeah, I'm taking the duck.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we got time for one more.
All right. Would you rather?
Hell, we might have two more. We'll see.
Okay. Always have bad Wi-Fi or always have 10% battery.
Well, we already have half of that.
Always have bad Wi-Fi. No, that's actually a tough one because I feel like my phone, I need to upgrade it or whatever, get a new one. So my battery's
It's
always
phasing
bad.
you out now.
So I'm actually kind of gotten good at like, I don't need to be on my phone right now. I'm not gonna use it. We're gonna preserve battery life or always have a charger nearby where I'm using it. So actually, I'm cool with 10%.
I think the hardest part with this is that you're imagining things like Dodge County Fair, or if you have a game you're going to, then your phone's a brick.
Yeah.
Because it's going to die very quickly. That's where the hang-up is for me. We already got used to the whole no Wi-Fi growing up anyways, or not a lot of it. So I think I could revert back to, like, spotty Wi-Fi, but I just want to make sure I have a phone.
Okay, I agree with that.
But if you don't need a phone.
If you don't need one.
Like if you're at a baseball game, you're watching the Brewers, like, I got no reason to be on my phone.
That's true. But
Just
then,
hang
yeah.
out and enjoy nature.
Yeah, touch grass.
Mm-hmm.
One more.
Okay.
Ashley, what would your pick be? You need to have your screen going.
I do not.
Tell the fans
The
you're the
iPad
radio,
kid.
the iPad kid.
I am an iPad kid. Not like not at restaurants though. Can we please make that clear?
What, you like the waitress is walking up and then you're sitting there playing like Candy Crush?
Yeah, like I don't do that. I'm not.
Oh,
like, sitting
fine.
there.
I'll have a water.
Yeah, that's not me. That is not me.
We're gonna find out tonight.
I'm not Charlie Dern. Stop that face.
I don't believe you.
I am not. We've been out us three before, and have I been on my phone?
Well, sure. But...
Yes, but am I an iPad kid? Am I an iPad kid where I'm just like looking at it or watching something? No, I'm not. Okay. Anyways.
Last one.
Okay. Early morning tea time or twilight round?
If we're playing 18 early morning, get it kind of not rip the Band-Aid. You're playing golf, but yeah, get it out of the way. Then you've got the rest of your day. Whenever I have something at any point in my day on a Saturday or a Sunday, like my entire day is planned around that, even if it's at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I'm like, oh well, can't go to the grocery store. It's 10 a.m. I got to play golf at 5. Like I just
30-minute
ridiculous.
commitment at 1 o'clock on a Saturday. There's no quicker way to derail an afternoon.
Yeah. That's the rest of my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even when I come back, it's the.
Yeah.
Man, that was tough. I had to get out there to Piggly Wiggly and get my groceries. Guess it's time to kick my feet up for the rest of Saturday.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
so
So
true.
I'm golfing early, getting it over with.
I think I'm more inclined with that. My only reservation is that when you're playing early morning golf, it typically is on the heels of a boys' trip or something like that, and you're banged up a little bit. And the last thing I want to do is be standing out there in the cold morning air. It's 7 in the morning, 6 or 7. But
Ooh,
I do
nice.
think it depends on when you're playing the golf. Like if it's a Saturday morning and I'm just doing it, I'll take the morning.
Okay. Well, that's all the ones I got.
All right, well, sweet. That's going to do it for us today. We do not have a show tomorrow again for the Badgers' Frozen 4 appearance on the men's side, so we'll be back with you guys on Friday, same time, same place, for another edition of the Dam Sports Show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Silica for Your Home, serving Wisconsin homes for over 100 years. Whether it's upgrading your appliances and electronics or finding comfort solutions like lift chairs, Silica delivers winning sales and service in Fond du Lac, Beaver Dam, and Watertown.
I'm Wade Bates with your Daily Dodge Sports Center. The Red Sox blanked the Brewers 5-0 this afternoon in their series finale at Fenway. Sonny Gray pitched 6 1/3 scoreless innings, giving up just 3 hits to earn the win. Milwaukee takes Thursday off. They open up a 3-game set with the Nationals at American Family Field on Friday night. Bucks face the Pistons tonight in Detroit. You'll hear that game over on 90.